Good fishing, man. In the backyard, looking rough and rugged because I got a lot going on, a whole lot. Whew, Lord. But anyway, I'm gonna give y'all some flounder cleaning 101 now. Next, clean one or two of these bad boys for y'all. Thanks for watching, man. Got the head cam on. But I'll get it right this time. Sometimes I'll come in and do that to remove the slime and dirt off of them. I'll just rake him, fins and all. See all that coming off of the fish. That way none of that gets on my meat when I'm cleaning. And the way I do it, none of the internals gets on the meat when I'm cleaning. So I'm not getting any slime on my meat, nor am I getting any of the internals, because I never bust the guts open. Alright, probably got water everywhere just then. Yep. Water on my glass. Well, I can see past that. And what I'll do on these is I'll turn them over. And there's a line that runs straight down the center of his, I would say, spine. If you want to say a fish has a spine. But I'll hit him just to get underneath the skin. And then I'll come right down that line, which will be right on that spine part of him. Come up here to the head with a real good sharp fillet knife, because their fins are not that hard to get around. I'll come in, hit him there, and then I'll lay it down. These clean just so much better because of how they're made. A lot of people used to think it was hard. It was hard for me when I first started. Of course, this is the rib cage area, so I'll come in and just let that knife hit along the rib cage, but just go around it where I leave the guts intact. Point of that knife, I'm able to just pull that right off. Same thing on the other side. Well, you'll see what I mean once I get this open, what I mean by the spine. I call that the spine. So I run the knife right along that spine area where I separate the two sides easily. Sometimes I get a little off the center because it's, hard to tell each time you do it. Get better and better at it. But that's laying the flounder open 101. Come right in there. And once again, you do the same thing. You leave that on there so you have a base to lay your fish on. So I got him open a little bit. I'll come back. And a little bit of a rinse again underneath. I'll turn him over and do the same thing here. Hit him just to get up under the skin. Once I'm up under the skin, try to go right down the center of the spine. Kind of raise the knife up a little bit when you get right around this area, about halfway. Because if you don't, you'll go in there and hit some of the internals or on the rib cage part that you really don't want to hit on. Come in and do the same thing there. Take my knife, make sure it's up against the rib cage. I mean against the ribs, away from the spine. Same thing here. Staying away from the internals and the rib cage on it. See, they're starting to hold some eggs. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up a little bit just so you can see, but that's the beginning of some small eggs forming, and that's how you can kind of identify what's going on with your fish. Are they ready? Are they getting ready? I'm gonna open this a little bit, y'all. Normally don't, but I'm gonna open it a little bit to kind of show you her eggs are not even close to getting into a development stage. I can pull some out of here without cutting anything else. There's the other side of them. If I can pull them out, I'll try it. If I can detach it. But you'll be able to see that her eggs are not even close. So you know it's not even time for the run. Those eggs are not even close to developing. But in all honesty, I feel like if they took and made flounder a sport fish just like they do redfish and trout, where you couldn't sell them in the market, that would control the population way more than what they're doing. It's stopping us from catching them in November, December, and January during the run. I mean, I don't mind the 2 fish limit, but stopping it all together when they're dragging the shrimp boats, killing way more than we do. You know, I mean, taking them to market at least. Commercial guys get to haul off tons of them, and I think that hurts it way more than us. But of course, it's a money thing. You know, flounder make money, so guess what? We don't count. Not us feeding our family. Y'all come in right behind that, and there's a little bone that I hit there, so that's causing me not to break through easily. But really all I do is come in here and hit them, and I can pull that off. I can pull that off, and once I pull it off like that, I can lay that fish down if I wanted to have something to hold on to. And him, I don't worry about getting close to the skin because he doesn't have a real strong bloodline. So those fillets are good solid fillets without another bloodline on it. It's a darker meat closer to the tail. Take him, do the same thing on the other side if I want, or I can take it all the way off, where it's sometimes easier for me to handle. Lay it down. This is when I really use my fork, but I'm gonna use a knife right now. Take my hand off. I don't want to get the handle dirty. Use a knife, hold that end down. I'm off my square because I don't have a fork. But I'll normally have a fork to hold that skin. I'll go get it later. I mean now, after this fish. Not gonna worry about that. Turn him over. Same thing here. Once I break him, I can just pull it. Put it off. I can just pull it. That's a softer area. Nothing on that carcass. A little bit of meat there. Not even worth sweating. I hold it with my fork right here normally. My knife is good and sharp, so there's not a lot of pull to it. Take that fillet off, flip him over. All those little tassels that are next to this meat, sometimes I'll cook that for the dog, sometimes I won't. Sometimes I'll cook him some eggs when they're ready, flounder eggs or crappie eggs. But for now, none of that. I just need to clean these fish and keep it moving. My wife will be having ankle surgery tomorrow, along with taking care of my mom now. She's going down on me, so it's a tough one. I might not get to the water for a while, and my truck is giving me some problems. It's a new motor bill that they did, and I'm just rambling. Yeah, I'll just do that one flounder, man. Show y'all that one flounder. Plenty more left to do. Welcome to another episode of Hooked Up Fishing, man. First time back on the water in quite some time. Still gonna target some flounder, but I'm gonna target redfish in a different type of way. I got word from Coffee that they were being caught on cut mullet, but I didn't grab my cut mullet this morning. Super late. Had to rest though. I'm just gonna work it, see what I come up with. got my truck back yesterday. I got my truck back yesterday. Yeah. I just did. I fished from that end to this end and got one. I just picked up one here. Fish hit that bait swimming. See, that's a better fish. 17 and a half. Finally, a better fish. Thought it was a red fish because it took off with it. That'll make like the fourth time that's happened, because it happened 2 or 3 times to me around that corner. And that bait that I just caught that fish on, I was actually swimming it. I was moving it pretty fast. AT saw it. That fish took me up under the rock. Huh? I don't think that's them. They were still over there in that hole when I left. Damage, y'all. 4-piece. 17 and a half, 16 and a half, 15 and a half, 15 and a half. Hooked up fishing, man. Appreciate y'all. Get you on the next one.